Family ain't shit, but you already knew that, y'all. Everybody. And that moment you all been waiting for, the Stephanie versus Bella showdown. And we got a special guest tonight here in the studio, Acacia Lee. Stay tuned, guys. This is the Ambitions After Show.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Dance.
We gotta get turned up.
I like
here,
the lights.
you know?
Like I never get sad.
Yeah,
with
and we
lights.
all got bright colors on, you know?
Yeah, we do.
So, you know, we here, we live, we are back once again, guys. This is the Ambitions After Show. We got a lot to talk about. Y'all know the last 2 episodes were like crazy. And we got a special guest on tonight's After Show, y'all. Y'all seen her here before. I'm gonna introduce her a little bit later. So yeah, and I have to let you guys know about my perfect, lovely, and all that co-host, the one and only Deeran, who is a personal growth and business etiquette influencer.
Yes, I'm back. Not by myself, thank God.
Yes, he held it down for me last week, y'all. Didn't he do a good job?
Yay!
And everybody, Acacia Lee, who plays Deja.
Yay, she's
She is
back.
back, girl. Hey.
Hello.
Yes, we got a lot to
Black
talk
Girl
about.
Magic.
Got a lot
So
to
much
talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Before we get into it, though, I have got to ask, you all, what are your overall impressions about tonight's episode? I'll start with you, Deeran.
There was 2 episodes. This was what, 16 and 17? Stephanie, I love her in some scenes, and in other scenes she just seemed like such a spoiled, rotten brat, and it gets on my nerves. Bella is a trooper because she would do what she has to do to get what she needs to get, and the mamas, it was a lot. I had a lot of anxiety. I ain't gonna lie, I just had a lot of anxiety.
Okay, Acacia, what you think?
So, I feel like these episodes started to like fulfill those knots, those loose ends that are finally getting tied up. I love me some Stephanie. Maybe it's, one brat Deja to another brat Stephanie, but, she's doing her thing. She's having so much fun. I love the fact Amara and Titus are like the piece of the whole
Your
show.
parents?
My parents holding it down.
They came back together.
They
Your mama be
did.
playing the fence a little bit though. I ain't gonna lie. The mama, she like to go see her stalker and tiptoe in there with a off-duty cop. Then when he come in and see her in the thing, then he's trying to hold a pepper spray like I'm pepper spray you.
That man crazy.
Damien, yes. Damien is
He's
so
sexy.
crazy.
He's so fine.
Oh my God.
It got to be illegal to be that fine.
Eyes.
Them eyes. They're like real squinty,
Don't come for him.
I'm not, I promise. So I do want to get into Bella's situation because that whole thing was just crazy. She finds out that Perla, her best friend, her fake best friend, end up, setting up the whole kidnapping and all of that.
Fire.
And tried to set her on fire.
I felt for her. I will say before that, even in episode 16, when she was talking to Ignacio and she was like, I already talked to your brother and we had a nice lengthy conversation and I already did what I do. I'm like, that girl knows how to work her assets.
Yeah.
I can say that. Even though sometimes I'd be like, if a guy did that, that'd kind of be a double standard. But I do think she knows how to work her femininity and her assets because that's really the only thing she has that's claimed to her. And she knows how to use that in the best way. So I really did like that. But Perla, on the other hand, crazy ass Perla, when she was about to light her ass on fire, I was just like, this is why you can't have friends with people who want to have your life.
You can't. She is
You
jealous.
really can't.
So, like, Acacia, how do you feel about her killing the police officer? Should she kid him, or should she just continue having sex with him?
Because what was the deal? The deal on the table was, as long as you make me happy, I won't turn you in.
So,
So she's like his slave. I mean, she did what she had to do.
What would you do? What would Deja do? What would Deja do?
Oh, Deja, she wouldn't have had none of that. None of that. I would have had the mace out or something.
Okay.
But
he would have turned you in if you would have maced him. You would have made a man.
You're right. She only had that.
So would you
only
kept having
option.
sex with him or killed him?
No, I couldn't have did it.
I would have. I would have threw it back every
Listen.
Tuesday at 8 o'clock. I became me out of jail.
But have y'all noticed that whenever somebody's about to kill somebody and they give that long, lengthy speech and then they get interrupted, like she was almost. All she had to do was drop the lighter. Bella would be like, phew. She just had to talk.
And then
I learned that lesson a long time ago. All villains do that. I learned if I was gonna do some dirt, it's quick and simple.
He came came so fast. Like Mayor Lancaster just bust through the door. Like
Yeah.
she
She
got
got
to cover your
tackled.
side joint.
He wasn't playing at all.
You saw the way she got tackled though. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
It wasn't playing.
she was almost gone. Pearl, honestly, I think she should have just like left out. She shouldn't have tried to kill.
You
Bella
bust her
or
over the head with the
nothing.
bottle, took the
She
money, and you could have
coulda left,
bounced.
'cause she already had
now
the
you in
money.
China about to die by some 2 Asian bitches that we ain't never heard of or saw.
She was doing too much. Doing too much.
Way
That's
too
crazy. So, anywho,
Evan said he loved her.
does Evan even love anybody?
I kind of believe that.
do.
I
He
will
do?
say
He loves Bella.
You can't. Well, now hold on, because he was over there getting his back whipped by the white girl, and then she was on chopping block. He fired her in public. I was like, how
Yeah.
you go from getting your back?
Well, he had to. It had to save
Yeah.
face.
That's true, but I'm also trying to figure out where's her goddamn husband. Like, girl that got sent in the ambulance, has gotten was in the hospital. She done got investigated by the cops, and we still have not seen this girl's husband.
You know, we don't know. Everybody
Daphne.
is really like.
I couldn't remember her name. It was so bad.
You know, everybody's sleeping with everybody, even the cousins. You got Greg Peters.
You
and
was okay with
Natasha
that girl
sleeping.
about 2 hours. Now hold on.
I was trying to figure out how close of cousins they were.
The
Apparently,
scene,
real close. She was
Clearly.
He was having his hand up her skirt.
and everybody in
when
her
they
live
was
chat
kids.
was getting on AJ about
Listen.
how she was okay with the kissing cousins.
Maybe they play cousins.
See, we gotta figure out what type of
Deja,
cousins.
you too.
We
See,
gotta
I
figure-
can't.
Deja, I just was
Y'all
trying to
hearts ain't
say,
right.
I was trying to figure out what type of cousins they were. You like, were they first cousins?
Yeah.
Long distance cousins? Are they like, what type? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it make it better.
No, we just need to.
'Cause it-
We just need to see what type of cousins, like, you know, just
I got
we
you. I
need
got
more
you, girl.
information.
I got you.
You know. But anywho, speaking of Greg Peters and Natasha, we find out that Natasha is the one who killed Senior, the father. And so
R.I.P.
basically now Stephanie wants revenge.
As she
But
should.
I'm confused. This
And I'm
Stephanie
like, why?
set up the... I'm confused. This whole triangle of killings is just like...
stressful.
But why would... Oh, were they trying to kill him to get the rest of them right?
No.
Okay, wait. This is what
Wait.
it is. This is what it is.
Okay, thank you. Tell me.
Okay, so what's happening?
AJ confused.
I am.
So what's happening is they said that Peters, that family was laundering money through
Thelma's place.
No,
I
not
mean,
them.
sorry.
Oh, that man,
no,
the
the
fund down.
Foundation.
the foundation.
Mama's
Exactly.
foundation.
Exactly. So
So from my understanding, wait, no, boom, I got you. This is how it was working, right? So what we figured out from this episode was that Stephanie's daddy, listen, I promise you, I think I got this. I think this is how good Ambitious is. Nigga be lost, and we didn't follow the whole season. Okay, so Stephanie's daddy was working for the Purefoys when he was younger. They set him up, and they kicked his ass to the curb. He was mad and wanted revenge, so he had to go work at some rinky-dink law firm and start his own law firm. But he didn't have enough money, and they fell on hard times. And that's how he found Greg Peters' family, and they started laundering money through him and his company, as well as the foundations to make them come up. And he became a client. After he got the come up, now he been trying to go after the Purefoys. And when I do it.
Oh,
Okay.
and then also adding on to that, Peters wanted Thelma's place, and
I need to
that's
be a
how that got
scriptwriter.
tied in, because for the gentrification thing.
Yes, yep. See, I need to be a
Y'all
scriptwriter.
perfect.
Hire me, Ambitions. That's
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying.
That's why I got you over there, Deeran. You stay up to date with everything.
Ow.
So no. No, but that makes all sense. So, no, I feel you. But before we go on to the next topic, you got a message for our viewers, Deeran?
Yes, I know you guys love this lovely conversation. Love us having fantastic guests like Deja, right? Or Acacia. Let's not call her Deja. But like, rate, and subscribe. If you are on YouTube, if you're listening to this on podcast form, make sure you like, rate, and subscribe, and also share it, because we want to keep bringing you great television and
Share
radio
us.
like this.
Share. And thank you guys for hopping into the live chat. You know, we really appreciate you guys, and ask us any questions that you have, okay? Now, Stephanie. But before we're not gonna get into
Tell
Stephanie
her
and Bella
Stephanie.
yet.
Okay.
Let's get into Stephanie and her daddy playing Hunter. You know, Stephanie, she's a boss bitch. Okay.
$5 billion. That got under.
Listen, she got $2.5 billion.
She said $5 billion. He went off. He said, "How about two?" She said 3. I was like, "Ooh."
Then 2.5, Lord.
And it was supposed to only be 1.5. He said he wasn't gonna last for that.
Yes.
She played her cards right.
She played them right. Stephanie, she's smart. She's a good businesswoman. You know?
I feel hard kicking people when they down. But gee, that's how you get your bread, I guess.
She is so unfazed, so unbothered, and she truly is having so much fun. Like, you could just see it in her eyes. I think it is the most like hilarious thing watching it, because she's just enjoying every single bit. And then Robin Givens has those huge dimples, so she can't hide her smile. Like, she's just enjoying all of it. Everybody that she wreaks havoc on, she's enjoying
her
it.
facial expressions are everything. Like,
yes.
I know she be
That's always been
Amara.
Robin Givens' claim to fame. I think it's her face. She's really can embody a character. She really can all in the face, and not that many people can do that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so, let's talk about Stephanie, father, daddy, Carlisle, and the Hunter situation. So basically, he used to work for Hunter, and then Hunter and his father basically set him up and threw him under the bus. Lost his practice, his license,
started
went
all the
to
way
jail.
over. Which that's a life lesson. Don't matter where you start from, you can always come back.
Oh yes, motivational message. Yeah, so I liked it though. Like what you were saying earlier, I feel like everything kind of ties together. This episode, the last 2 episodes, you kind of see like
how the parents
the background,
and
the
everything.
Backstory. Yeah. So no, that was very interesting. So.
And then something else too is that you just notice that the Carlisles, their drive is revenge and anger. Like,
yes, that's a common theme. That's a common theme.
It is.
That's true.
They raised Stephanie.
I need some sage.
Well, Stephanie, now she's trying to blackmail the father. So it's like they have no type of limits to who do they trust?
Right.
And now the mama and Stephanie gonna try to get over on the dad. I was just like, yo.
I thought, now that's the part where I thought was kind of ungrateful. It was kind of like, because I do feel like the dad, even though the daddy, this is what I tell parents. If you got spoiled kids out there and kids is ungrateful, that's your fault. That is 100% your fault, right? So I do think that the daddy should take ownership for that. But at the same time, I think she is so arrogant that I feel like if he has not been there, without him being there, she would have gotten caught a lot of times, got her tail handed to her. So I don't think it's best for her to take over a practice because she's too sloppy. Her ego gets in the way a lot, and her daddy's always there to save her.
I think if you guys noticed when she was talking to her mom about it, her mom knows that she would be incriminalized if they did turn the dad in. True. And she was real calm about it. You know, she even said she's quietly cunning. So what the mama got up her sleeves?
Your mama probably got trying to get over on the daddy too.
Exactly, because she was chilling. And then even when they hugged, you seen her face dropped.
She probably saw the camera. Do you think she saw that camera over there that old crazy boy had?
Nah.
I don't know. I feel like Stephanie's mom, I feel like they think they're working together, but Stephanie's mom also is looking out for her own self. Because
Absolutely.
like she said, if the daddy go to jail, they will both have to go together. So it's like, well, shoot.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get on top.
Mama bless Lord. I was about to say it, never mind. I forgot it. It's called bless. Lord bless the mama. God bless the child. God bless the mama. God bless daddy. But God bless the child that has his own. I got it. Bam. Ooh.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Yes.
Okay. Thelma's After Dark.
Come on, baby.
Can we get
Darcia. Can we get some flickers? Hey, Thelma's After Dark.
Huge shout out to Mara Hall for killing this
she
character.
Plays the shit out of this character.
Oh my gosh.
No, she did so good. I was just saying, that would be so fun to play her character.
Yes.
I would go in.
To come in and turn some shit up halfway through a season, yes.
Yes, and she turned. Cousin Darcia is very turned.
The one thing about her that I was like, out of everything that kind of stumped me, because a lot of it I was like, oh, okay, I can see how this works, was when she was working with Stephanie's dad. And I was like, how did I overlook that? I was just like, damn, that was such a... It was revealed that she's been getting legal advice from the Carlisles and that he's actually assisting her into helping take Thelma's place. Right. And I was just like, damn, that was so obvious, but so much shit is happening on the show. I couldn't even I was just like, wow. Oh, okay, wow.
It's like you don't even realize by the time it gets to a commercial that you've been holding your breath. Because once it's a commercial, everybody's just like,
yes.
It's crazy. I'm like... That's what I'm saying. You can't trust nobody. I feel like everybody's getting over everybody. And it's within the first. It was like families against the families. Now it's like
they turn on each other.
They turning on each other now. But I will say that Thelma's After Dark, it was a very good idea. That restaurant was a good idea to have a party. Why not have a party when
Can we get some lights one more time?
Oh my God.
There we go. Hey! Thelma's After Dark. Thelma's After. Okay.
I thought it was a good idea. And honestly, I think Rondell should have let it still happen.
I think it was because it snuck up on. No, get on mess like that.
Right. Not when I'm asleep upstairs and I gotta wake up at 7 in the morning.
But you saw how much money was being brought up in there that they was doing? I mean,
they did.
But
you get
her
your own
mother's
place.
restaurant is a respectable establishment. They don't need to have all that in there.
Listen, all I'm saying is I've been to some hair salons, and then after that, they've been having block parties there, clubs. Like, I'm like, well, shoot, when it's after hours, you might as well make your money.
That is that Chicago stuff,
but,
right?
actually, it was down here in L.A., you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But, I will, only because they do live in the building, so that would be, that's a little too much. But
but how much money Mara's After Dark bringing in? I could probably get my own place.
Did you just change the name to Mara's After Dark?
What is it? Thelma's After Dark. Sorry, Mara. Darcia. Lord, I get because you guys have been on here and I got to know everybody. It's hard for me to keep the characters and the actresses separate. It's very hard.
Yeah. So no, Darcia wants $1 million.
Do you think that was okay? Do you think that she's justified in it, or do you agree with Brayley? Rondell.
I mean, obviously, her going there to get money in the first place during that is just all wrong. Like, that whole situation is effed up.
So?
Absolutely. Like, their dad just died.
I think she should have waited some? Do you think what she wanted is bad, or do you think the timing was bad?
You think she should have waited?
We're trying to clarify.
I mean, I feel like she could have definitely went through it in a ethical manner, meaning he passed. If it was really in the will, we don't know if the will was altered or whatever. But if it's really in the will, she would have got the money regardless.
Girl, we was ready to pounce on you if you would have said it was wrong.
What?
Her coming for the money. Because I was like, I think she do her
not
process.
That, but it would have happened. It would have happened in its own way.
I agree.
She had to sneak in and all that.
But she's from Chicago, and so she did things Chicago's way.
I'm just saying.
As I was saying it came out wrong. What I'm trying to say is she comes from a place where she get it how she lives.
Ain't you from the Midwest?
I'm from Detroit. I ain't mad at it, baby. I test some stuff up.
Chicago and Detroit, we're neighbors. I'm
trying to tell you, I test some stuff up and need some Vaseline and sneakers. Let's get it. But what I was saying is, you move in a certain way from the streets, right? You go ahead and you move a different way. It's not the same way in business, and so I understood how she was moving because of where I'm presuming she comes from.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that is true. She got like a hustler,
I clear that up?
finesse mindset.
Is definitely on some recklessness.
But you know what? I'm trying to So they offered her $500,000, but she didn't take it. But now it's like she's about to risk it because now she went back to the daddy, and he's like, "Listen, we're gonna have to work this a little more." Like, do y'all think she's really gonna get any money, or should she just took the $500,000 when they offered it to her?
I wouldn't have.
Go ahead. Casey.
I mean, I immediately just think of the writer Jamey Giddens, and I'm just looking and just thinking what does he? What does he have
he's
up
one
next?
of the writers to write.
Gotcha. So it's just I wonder where his brain is going. As I'm watching all these twists and turns, I'm just this guy is a genius. Exactly. So who knows if she's gonna get it or not? I really can't say because of the stuff that's been happening in the show. All of it's stuff that you'd be like, that's not gonna happen.
I think she's gonna get it.
Boom, it happens.
I think she's gonna get it.
She gonna get more than
I would have to answer your question. I definitely would have took my counsel's opinion because of how close he is to the situation, right? So it'd have been different. This is a random person on the outside, and he's like, "Hey, go. Maybe you can get a bigger payday." It's like, I ain't listening to you. You don't know what's happening. I'm gonna take the $500,000. I'm gonna move to the left, right? But because this is the father-in-law, which means you're close to him, maybe you know something, maybe you don't, maybe you're a little bit more emotionally tied. You want this for other reasons that I don't know or whatever. I would have listened, and I would have left the $500,000 on the table.
I hope she gets something.
I think she's due. I do think she is due what's hers because at the end of the day, her daddy's money helped seed the company. So looking at it from her standpoint, she's not wrong.
She should just get what he borrowed though.
No, baby, that's not how that works. You got to do inflation. You got to do interest.
Because it was 20 30, 40, 50 something
That
years.
was $50,000 like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Inflation, and then you had that interest on top of that because that's money her family could have had and could have invested in something else and saw return. I mean, that's easy, a good $500,000 to me.
But the real thing is, would her dad have taken the money that he loaned to Senior and flipped, like, and made a business
We
out
could play
of
would
it?
have game all day long.
You're right, we could.
It's just like,
Woo, child.
they
Well,
stole it. Well, he gave it to her.
gave it to her. Man, let's get into the moment we all been waiting for. Stephanie versus Bella showdown. Y'all know we all.
Yes, for the
Oh
lights.
my
Y'all,
God.
we were
This was
waiting
the-
for this moment. We were waiting for Stephanie to find out or to confront Bella about this side baby.
God.
Oh my God.
I feel bad for Stephanie.
I didn't feel bad.
That's the worst thing that I feel like a woman can ever experience is their husband having a baby on them.
With a woman that she knew who stayed in her house designing her clothes.
Right, a woman that's close to home. That reminded me.
Out of all the scenes, I almost wanted Robert Gibbs to punch the shit out of her. I was just like,
Yeah, we needed
deck
more than
her.
a slap.
I was like, deck her one
And
good
Bella
time.
couldn't even say nothing. She couldn't do nothing.
Who
She was just there. She
cares?
just had to take it.
She gonna say something. Let me explain. Bella, why people always say that? I can explain. What are you gonna explain?
you ain't
can't
let me
explain
explain.
Joaquin is like 5.
Yeah, he
So
grown.
it's
Years.
not like
It's not
like
a one
month-old
time.
baby or something. Girl, you didn't explain it in 5 years.
Years. And you had me looking into a concession stand for you to help your business, help me put you on.
my
I had you
God.
stay at my house. This bastard baby of yours is my husband.
paying
and
your bills.
I'm
She
paying for
said-
your loft. I was just like, deck her ass.
When she threatened about custody, saying she might take the custody away, I was like,
Child.
ooh.
She
I would
said-
do it. I would go for it,
She
Stephanie.
said, since I'm the stepmama anyway,
Ooh.
Oh.
technically.
First of all, I think that she handled that
And she a lawyer.
situation very well. I don't know if I
Who,
would
Bella?
have Stephanie, like
Yeah.
having that
Oh,
secret
yeah.
and knowing she held it for we don't know how much time had passed, but like I don't know, I would have been like, hold up.
Out of
Yeah.
all the
Take a-
scenes, yeah, this was the scene that I was so surprised. And any other season, I'm like, maybe Stephanie kind of overreacted in that scene. But this one, I was like, I was actually expecting such a much grander,
my
fire.
God.
I was impressed by her. I
But
was
you
impressed.
could see it though, like you could feel all of that fire just because all of us have been like watching this and waiting for this moment. Like even when she didn't know, like you could see through her performance, like she's still holding back. She could legit just
Yeah.
choke this woman out right now.
Yeah, I think, but Stephanie, I feel like she's gonna play it smart.
Yes.
The slap was just like a preview.
That was a
was
taste.
just like a taste.
little-
Stephanie is about to.
Little
Unravel
tasty
all
taste.
that shit.
And if you think, cause like Stephanie at this point in time, she got a lot on her back now. She just got into it with Damien, so he
Yeah,
got
that happened
stuff
right after
on
that.
her.
We gonna talk about that in a
you
minute,
know,
right?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So
okay.
I'm just saying, Stephanie, she about to. Guns
Turn
is about to
up.
come blame. She got.
Ooh,
They about to. She about
she
to turn
better.
out.
Well, here's my thought. Like, if you guys were Bella, because you guys are women, do you do you think how Bella handled it was okay? Would you have handled it the same way? Would you have said something? Do you think Bella deserved to get all that heat? Do you think?
Go ahead.
She's like,
I'll let you go first.
I mean, she was wrong. And I think that honestly, anybody in that situation, when you're wrong, the best thing you can do for whatever reason you lied or kept it a secret, you could have the holiest of reasons
Be
to the
quiet.
guiltiest of reasons. It's just that when you get caught, you got to own up to it. That's the only thing you can do to get some sort of respect back.
Yeah,
You
own
know?
up to
She
it.
got to take it. She just got to.
She do.
There's
that
no way
L.
around it.
take that L. Would you still
Like she
would
took
you
that
still continue
slap.
to see Evan after? Okay, so question: would you have taken the slap, or would you have
She
put
got
hands back?
all
Would
of
you have put
that.
hands back
No.
on?
No, I mean,
Okay.
if it was like a reflex, if I'm not thinking, but honestly, like I just slept with my boss's husband
Yeah,
and I got pregnant.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
And
so
y'all
it's
happy.
kind of like
Y'all love each other.
I kind of deserve it. So
Got you. Okay.
no, Bella's wrong.
Oh, I don't think anybody says she right. Oh, that girl is all
She
1,000%
deserved
wrong.
more than the slap. I really thought Stephanie was
does.
about to like yank
does.
her and like throw her around
I
the
would've tore that
room, put her
apartment
on
up.
the couch. Like I thought Stephanie was about to just go crazy. She didn't.
I didn't tear up a
though.
house for much less.
She didn't.
So I would've-
much less.
yeah,
But
I
you
would've
know
tore that apartment
what?
up.
The reason why she did it so calm was she got a bigger plan ahead. Like, trust me. Damien and Stephanie now. Here go your man. That's Damien. Go ahead. Talk about him.
Fine as wine. Fine as wine. He like a good bourbon, honey.
Bad shit crazy.
Listen,
Crazy.
okay, so maybe kind of
You like crazy people.
I do.
So wait, you telling me? Okay, sorry. Sidebar. Let's say Damien was like real life, and you knew he was crazy. You would still mess with him.
If Damien was that obsessed with me, it would make me very attractive to him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But somebody got to be as fine as Damien, because I've had people who were that obsessed and they were not as fine as Damien, and that's creepy, right? So the creepier you are, the hotter you have to be for it to balance out.
That's true.
I'm just gonna be honest, because Damien was not hot. We would not be putting up with this whole season. That's like lock his ass up.
That's how girls are. We don't care if somebody being thirsty over us if they cute. But
yeah.
I'm like, boy, if you don't get your annoying.
Yeah, like you on a two, stay in a 2 levels position. Stay in your lane.
Okay.
But I will say about Damien, the one thing I struggle with Amara. I do struggle with Amara a lot. I struggle with Amara because I know she's like, mama. Okay, listen, just hear me out. I just feel like you can't play the system how you want it when you want it. And the last 2 episodes, I really liked Amara. And I was like, yeah, she has came and she has become the most improved player. But this episode, she kind of like went backwards to me. How do you go to this man's house and when you want to avoid the restraining orders and go because you want to hear some information about Stephanie, so you're gonna break the rules, break the law, and do that. Then once he comes back and does the same thing you just did, now you want to call the cops, make sure they surveillance the house and all that stuff. It's like, hold on, if we're gonna play by the rules and keep it square and fair, let's keep it square and fair. Just because you wanted some information don't mean you can go over his house whenever you want to.
But you're missing one key factor.
What's that?
Damien is crazy and he's obsessed.
That's what we see through the eyes of Amara. I'm just sticking up for my man.
So it's a different point of view now.
Yes, I'm sticking up for my man. Okay.
Okay.
I know your mama's getting a little hot and tempered over there, but I gotta stick up for my man. Okay.
Yo,
I love you, David. No, I'm just.
Yeah, so he threatens her. I really want to know how Stephanie is gonna play her next move because he got a sex tape on her. He got them voice recordings. He got everything. He asked for $20 million. 20 million because he recorded everything from the conversations, all of that.
But I thought that everything got deleted when they were, you remember when they were
that was the first recording in Amara's house, in your mom's house.
Yeah, because you're saying all of Amara's stuff.
The one he showed her in the car, it was that
right, that was in Stephanie's room.
Stephanie, yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Were y'all talking about Amara?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on Stephanie.
Yeah, with Stephanie, that was definitely.
Sorry.
I'm going to be interested to see how Stephanie plays that.
Yes.
$20 million.
Because that also, like, because I'm waiting on this, like, big confrontation with her and Mary Lancaster.
Oh, yes.
But it's just, like, that's going to, like, blow her
I
whole
forgot
cover.
about that.
Because you can't really be like, oh, so you slept with this bitch. And then it's like, you got your dirt on tape, too, and it's going to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, now I'm interested to see how she
Well, he kind of already knew she was a little whore a little bit. Mayor Lancaster already kind of confronted her.
Men, they act like they all strong and stuff. As soon as you do one little
Hold
thing. No, I'm just saying.
That's true.
You gave somebody your number.
That's true. That's true. But I'm like, boy, you got a whole baby.
Exactly.
But they don't care. They still flip it.
They don't care. Ego.
That's
another show.
Basically.
That's another show.
I think this is what I would say. I think that Evan is wrong. We can admit that Evan is wrong, but also Stephanie is as well.
Of course.
And so 2 wrongs don't make it right.
They're all wrong.
You can't point his dirt out, and you over here hopping and flipping and doing it what's on the enemy lines with somebody who just killed your daddy.
Right.
You know what? Honestly, I think that Stephanie and Greg need to go ahead and be together.
I do. And Bella
and Mayor Lancaster need to go ahead and be together. Because honestly, Stephanie and Greg Peters,
they such a good couple.
That's
it's
hot,
electric.
steamy, sexy.
But you don't like crazy boy Damien.
Yeah, because he's crazy. Greg Peters is powerful. Okay, he has. Are you comparing Greg Peters with Damien?
Yes.
How?
They're both on the bad end of the spectrum.
Damien is creepy.
Am I not?
Damien is creepy. Greg is powerful. He has control. He has money. Thank you.
That boy was up there squirming in his shoes when his daddy took that little power away from him. He was about to shit on himself.
Oh, man. Okay, well listen. Let's get into these predictions because predictions for next week's episode. I'll start with you, Deeran, and it's the finale, so make them good.
Ooh,
why you gotta start with me first?
Okay, who wanna go?
Oh God, predictions. Okay, I need a second.
Okay, I know we just said predictions live.
I'll go.
Okay, yeah, you go first.
Listen, my predictions is that Stephanie is about to come with all her guns blazing. I feel like they want us to believe that somebody's gonna like kind of override her, but I feel like Stephanie got it in the bag. She gonna get partnership, or no, she want to take over the firm. She's gonna figure out how to take over that firm.
Okay.
And then she's gonna get Bella. And I think Bella's gonna end up very broke and bankrupt and out of luck unless Mayor Lancaster saves the day, which I don't think he will, because I feel like Stephanie is gonna threaten Mayor Lancaster with divorce and money and all that stuff. And then he had a baby on her, so she can say he cheated on me and had a whole baby. Look, Stephanie gonna come on top.
And Amara too. She's on Evan's heels.
Yeah.
Stephanie
gonna come on top.
Yeah.
I think the law is going to get Evan. I think Evan's world is going to tumble down. I do think his world is going to tumble down. I think with that happening, Bella's going to end up broke. I think Bella's going to end up broke because Bella has no loyalty to nobody. So she has not built a camp for anybody. She's literally burned almost every single person in her life. If you think about every single person she's burned. So I think she's going to end up broke. I think Stephanie is going to get everything she wants, but realize how alone she is in the process of doing it and how she pushed everybody away.
I don't think she cares.
I think she will after she realized that her mom and dad, I think that whole situation, she's either going to not get the firm or she's going to get the firm and didn't realize how she sent her mom to jail. I think Stephanie's world is going to crumble down in a different way. I think Stephanie's going to get everything she wants. She's going to get her ambitions, but she's going to end up alone. Okay. And I think Evan's world is going to literally crash under him. I think that.
Okay. Acacia?
I think somebody going to die.
Okay, yes.
Who?
Don't die.
Not
I don't know. Somebody's going to die. That's disposable, but also impactful. Somebody's going to jail. Because we got a couple people who could go to jail.
Daphne going to jail.
And I think that, honestly, I feel like Bella, even though she's definitely guilty, but she's also innocent in a sense, too, because technically she's only victim to falling in love with somebody that was married.
Wait a minute.
I'm not done yet. I ain't done yet.
Look at all the love, Sappy.
So
she's just a victim for falling in love with somebody.
No, but what I'm saying is, I feel like as far as her talent and her drive and her business, she's never going to go. You can't deny that. She's not going to go broke because she's going to make sure that, what's it called, Bella True? She's going to make sure that Bella True is up and running somehow.
But she's always had the Lancaster's leg to stand on. That's the thing that I think I would like to see her without that crutch, because though she's a hustler who has clout and security. She has clout from Stephanie for being Stephanie's designer, and she has security from Evan because she's been in the house with Evan. Once they divorce or disseminate or his world crash behind him, what does she has to work with to even hustle with? She's hustling with his stuff.
Corazon.
No, she told. Oh yeah, the brother.
But you know what? We also found out that Stephanie's mom had something to do with the Ignacio dude and the kidnapping. The other episode.
Yeah, that was a couple episodes ago.
I'm like, I'm like, whoa, child. I guess we're going to have to wait and see what go on with that.
1 week.
Oh, child. Well, Casey, we got some questions for you, girl.
Hey.
Get into some things. Deeran, you want to?
Yes, I do. Okay, so the first question I have is for, you are an entertainer and you're new to the industry, right? A relative.
Yes, relatively new.
And so what things in a toolkit, what things should a actress or actor who's just starting out in the industry have in their toolkit?
Resilience is the first thing that you will need. Resilience, persistence. You got to know why you're doing this. You got to be ready to give up everything. You got to be ready to give up your lifestyle. You got to be ready to give up control. You got to be ready for rejection, all of that. And you don't know for how long. Like, it could be, I mean, you got to act like, Viola Davis just got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame a couple years ago. You know, she been in the game. You got, like, vets out here that's, like, been in the game, like, for a long time that are just now really getting, like, the recognition that they deserve. So, like, starting out, especially all the competition that's going, you got to just make sure that your heart is right, that you're strong, and you just keep pushing through.
Yeah.
So realize it's a marathon and not a sprint.
Marathon.
But what? So emotionally, those are the things in their toolkit. But what actual tangible things can they have? Should they have like headshots, EPKs? Like, what are things that they
that's interesting is a lot of auditions that I've gone.
Sorry, I was saying electronic press kit, EPK.
Yeah, so a lot of things that I've experienced since being in LA is, one, a lot of casting directors are going green, so like headshots, I haven't had to give out a lot of those because they already have them like on their computer. They don't want you to, tear down trees and stuff. But a camera and a backdrop and a tripod so you can do your own self-tapes, that will save you money as far as, your auditions, so you don't have to pay every time. That's definitely something. A printer. because you will be going to FedEx or wherever you print your stuff all the time. So a printer is a good tool. And class.
Invest in classes.
Yep, invest in classes. And I mean, like, all kinds of classes like stage combat, horseback riding, boxing, like anything. Because you just, like, TV and film is imagination. You can do whatever you want. So like anything that you're investing in yourself, even like personal training or like working out, getting fit, like you're investing into your brand, your character, and all of that. So.
Wow, that was really good. So I had to ask you also, so was there any audition that hit you the hardest when you didn't book it, and how were you able to accept rejection gracefully?
Yes, child.
So with auditions, I feel like I want to say that it's like, it feels like it's 90% rejection. Like when you get an audition, you could kill it, spent hours on it, called off of work, spent hundreds of dollars getting coached for it, and you just don't ever hear back. So, rejection isn't you hearing somebody say, oh my God, you were great, but we actually decided to go with a Hispanic girl or somebody that's taller, or, this person's son or daughter or whatever. You don't hear that. It's just silence. So, I mean, as far as dealing with it, you just learn to deal with it. And you just learn that one more no is closer to another yes. And one thing that helps me is seeing who I ended up losing it to. Like, it's always fun to see who they went with. And two auditions that I know I worked really hard for. One, Kayla Smith, who plays Carly, Stephanie's daughter, she actually booked it. It was Rochelle on All American. So, congratulations to her. And then Ryan Destiny, actually, she has a new movie coming out called, I think it's Flint Strong. It's about Clarissa Shields, the boxer from Detroit, or from Flint, I think. So I had auditioned for that. When I seen her do it, I was like, hey, that's dope. I can't wait to see what she does with it. So,
do you really be happy, or is that like a Hollywood thing you're saying because of the cameras? Or do you be like, damn, I could have did a better job than that?
I feel like it's a mix. Like, of course, sometimes when you see certain roles, like, of course, you feel like, damn, I could have killed that. Yeah. But at the same time, like, you got to, again, understand, like, these people, too, even though we're just seeing them now they've been putting in the work. And you have to humble yourself. Like, you cannot go around thinking, like, oh, I deserve that, or I could have did a better job than that, because you're going to be hurting every time you don't hear back from an audition. So you are happy for them, because you would want people to be happy for you when it's your turn.
Come on.
So wait, can you finish? What were you saying about the Ryan Destiny movie? What were you saying?
Yeah, no, just basically I'm super excited to see what she does with it. My first her first project that I like saw where I really got hip to her was A Girl Named Grace, I believe is what it's called. And I loved her in that movie. Like, she did such a great job. So seeing how she played that movie, and then when I saw how she booked this character Clarissa, like, I know she's gonna kill it. So I'm excited to see what she's about to do with that. Yes. So
well, congrats.
Shout out to you, Ryan.
Yes, thank you. Deeran, you have any?
One of the other questions that I think I will have is when you said take classes and stuff like that. I think for younger actors and actresses, how do you assess what classes to take? Because for those people who moved out here, they understand this, and those who are trying to move out here will learn this. There's a ton of classes, and people always offer you this and that. So how do you vet what is good and what is not, and what they should take and what they shouldn't take?
So
how do you do that?
I got most of my training in Atlanta. And there's not as many classes there than there are here. So I was fortunate because there are a lot of classes here, a lot of, great teachers and stuff. Auditing is a great thing, being able to pick and choose. But the way I went about it was word of mouth. Like, you talk to people and hear, like, what different people liked. And I started with techniques like Meisner, and then, script analysis, improv, like just going around, like, the bases of acting, and then from there, like, seeing what you like. But what you realize as you continue to take workshops and classes is that the teachers and the books and all that, they start saying the same thing. And it's always good to be in class, because you're, of course, like, practicing your tool. Like, your first game on the court's not the game, like, you practice, but you receive confirmation, because you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what, okay, yeah, staying present. I hear that. And, it's a whole lingo that, like, us actors and directors and writers know, because we've, been around it. So
So yeah, and so we know, and of course you worked with Essence Atkins, you know, who has been holding down in the entertainment industry for such a long time. So I want to know, did she give you any tips or advice on how to maintain longevity in the entertainment industry and how to look good, because she still looks so good?
first of all, I don't know if y'all know this, but her calves, honey, are on point. I'm in the gym working on my legs all the time because Essence has some nice legs. But I learned from her in so many different ways just from our days on set. And I had said this before, but her just being super kind, you know, and going back to that humility, the conversations I've had with her, again, just the confirmation of like staying in class and all of that. She did an interview on let me see real quick. She did an interview with Shadow and Act, and she had said these quotes that I really liked. She said, the mark of real success and when you've made it is when you can move in benevolence and kindness. And she also said, if you're number 1 on the call sheet or number 110, leave the impression of being excellent, being curious, and being kind. And I can really, you know, vouch and say that she's just a truly like sweet person and making you feel welcome and all of that. Like, I didn't feel any pressure when I was around her at all. And you know how you got some people who like you're around them, but you still got your like best behavior on because you don't know. Like, she's somebody.
They put your shell up.
Yeah, she's somebody that, you know, she makes you feel really comfortable and just being yourself. I mean, y'all seen her. She's like just an amazing person. So I definitely take that to heart. And it definitely changed my perspective on how I want other people to view me as well. Like, if I could walk away from something and people could say she was kind to me, she made me feel good, then I feel like that's a win.
I like that. No, Essence, she was really sweet, and she had like a warm presence,
amazing,
motherly feel. You know, when she came here, we all wanted her to adopt
And also
us.
too, another thing that I just gotta point out, I think it's so dope when you have an actor or actress that is known for one genre. Like, Essence has done a lot of comedies, you know, like How High, Marlon on Netflix, and I mean, Smart Guy, Half and Half, like. So for her to like switch into this drama, you know what I'm saying, and play it so well, that's just dope to be able to master different genres, especially like you got comedy, you got drama, but then a soap opera drama, you know,
totally
she's
different.
Yeah,
You had a scene with Robin Giddens.
I did.
Yes, this is what 3 episodes ago now, right?
Yeah, it was.
How was that scene with Robin Giddens?
It was phenomenal. She's so sweet. So the thing that I learned from her is just the character. Like, watching her do Stephanie in real life was like, I remember after she had her scene before I walked in, like thinking like, damn, like that's a real character. Like, when they talk about character development and like how your person moves and how they talk, like, you know, she did all of that work, and it was really cool to see her do that. And when I watch other TV shows and I just see somebody that like really steps outside of themselves, like, that's real skill.
When it's cut, I know we're about to get to go, and she asked one more question, but when they say cut, do you guys, or does Robin, do you guys like let go of the character and get into your normal play, or do you hold the character the whole time when you're on set?
Some people, I can't speak for everybody else. I know that some people do keep the character. I know, like, if I'm doing an emotional scene, like, my scenes were very emotional, like Deja's angry or like cussing somebody out or anything. I had to hold on to that because it's so hard, especially when you're excited being on set and you're around all these like goats. It's so hard for you to like bounce back, like, okay, I'm back happy, okay, I'm back sad and angry. Like, it's super hard. So like for me,
and everybody around you will understand that.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. Because each actor has their different process. So, you know, you got to do what's going to bring out the best work.
Yeah, and then sort of to switch gears a little bit, because, you know, human trafficking has been like a serious issue. And, you know, you have a lot of celebs like Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore you have a lot of celebs like Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore who had a lot of foundations to talk against trafficking and sex trafficking, human trafficking, and all of that. Do you think it's getting enough media attention?
It's definitely not. Okay, let's rewind.
Go ahead.
So with human trafficking, a lot of people automatically think of little girls getting, you know, kidnapped and taken across seas and sold for sex trafficking, which is happening, and, you know, it's awful. But something that started recently is I noticed, like, black girl. Oh, she's missing. You know, you see it, you know, on Instagram or whatever. Like, if you seen her, you know, call this, or we want information or whatever. And then it started getting more frequent. And then you start seeing videos saying like, oh, like, there's an attack on black women as far as like being targeted because there's not enough media attention on it. And just all these horror stories of these girls getting like kidnapped and raped and drugged and, you know, trafficked out of hotel rooms. And if you look it up, you're starting to see stuff now, but it's very slow. And a lot of people do have to take it into their own hands to raise awareness for it. I know this school, like this whole school is like plastering flyers all over campus and things just to like force people to see what's going on. So it's very scary. It can happen to anybody, any female. And we definitely need to raise awareness and be careful and not be ignorant and think that it can't happen to us.
Yes, thank you. That was real. Wow. Thank you so much, Acacia. Yeah. This was such a good interview. We love to have you as a guest, as always.
I'm doing what I can.
Can you tell us where we can find you at on social media?
Yes, Instagram and Twitter, Acacia__Lee. You spell my first name ACACIA, 2 underscores LEIGH. Thank you.
I'm sorry. And Deeran?
You can find me everywhere, Deeran Anderson, DeeranAnderson.com on all social media platforms.
Everybody, Crimson Pearl. I'm sorry, AJ, hit me up on Instagram at Crimson Pearl.
Crimson Pearl, everybody hit me up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Bye, y'all. See y'all next week for the finale, y'all.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.